Real talk, real people, relevant conversations. The I Am Kiana Skills podcast is dedicated to real conversations about issues, emotions, and experiences that affects the lives of everyday people.
I know that's right.
Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast. Welcome to the I Am Kiana Skills podcast, proudly sponsored by the Closet Experience Boutique. Shop online at theclosetexperience.com and enjoy 10% off with code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. What's in your closet? Welcome back to the I Am Kiana Scales podcast. I'm your host, Kiana Scales, and I'm excited to have my homegirl, Keita, joining me again today.
Hey, listener land.
In this episode, we're exploring the intricate relationship between music and our lives, centering our discussion around Jonathan McReynolds' impactful song, Cycles. This track prompts us to confront a question that many of us grapple with. How often do we find ourselves trapped in repetitive patterns? It's a topic that hits home for everyone. We've all faced moments where we struggle to break free from our past decisions, whether in love, career, or personal growth. We've all been there. So let's explore how music can just get us to illuminate that light to those experiences and inspire us to make changes.
Let's get this ball a-rolling.
All right, girl. So, Keita, girl, did you bring your Dora the Explorer kit today?
Girl, yes, I got my backpack, my map, and everything else.
All right, because listener land, think of us as the grown-up version of Dora the Explorer. We have microphones and a thirst for knowledge instead of backpacks and maps. As you know, what we do over here, we inspire change. We have you looking at yourself as we get down to the nitty-gritty to check your posture, your attitude, and all that good stuff. So that's what we're about to do today. So, but you know what, Keita, tell them, don't we do this all in love?
Oh, yeah. We love you. We love ourselves. And we're going to love and grow together.
Yes. Because you know what? Have you ever wondered why we keep falling for them same old tricks? Yeah, us too. Yeah. You're not alone, listener land. Believe us.
Jasmine Sullivan said it best, those circles.
Yes. But that's why we're here today. We're shedding light on the mysteries of the human behavior and society, on why we keep falling into these traps, these same patterns of behavior. So let's just go on and get started right here.
All righty.
So my journey into this exploration began with a transformative experience back on around April the 7th of this year, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. I was captivated, y'all, by Jonathan McReynolds' performance on the One Hallelujah tour at the Grand Ole Opry. Did you go to that?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Oh, no worries.
But I remember you telling me about it.
Yes. In that electric atmosphere, his song Cycles resonated deeply with my spirit, y'all, sparking the inspiration for this podcast episode today. McReynolds' music not only entertained me, y'all, but it prompted me to reflect on the cycles that shape our lives.
Yeah, our lives are going cycles.
Yes, they really do. Did not conquer this last year. Tell me what I missed, because I fear it's coming back up again. Must be something I ate. Some song, some show, some hate. Baby, when I first heard these lyrics, I felt an instant, y'all, I'm talking about instant connection. Woo!
Yeah, those lyrics do hit home.
Yes, I didn't even know what Jonathan McReynolds. I know who Jonathan McReynolds is, but I never heard that song until that night.
Yeah, I never heard that song till you were telling me about it, once you went to the concert.
Ooh, I had no idea what I was in for. The shock on my face was, it was just like, wow. Like I'm sitting in the audience like mesmerized, almost like a deer in headlights, because I was like, it just like hit me. You know them songs that just get you. It's just like, it almost caught me off guard. Because I feel like I was facing that night at that state I was in, I felt like it was resonating because I had been facing some of those same challenges that just kept regurgitating in my life. So it was just like, despite, now I want to say this, despite previous victories over that stuff, it's like sometimes something can hit you hard and it just comes back up in your life. Ooh, child, y'all don't think y'all hearing me. This song makes you reflect. Baby, a good reflection though. It makes you reflect on what you have missed and why those old struggles are rearing. When I say they be rearing their ugly heads, Keita. When he said, must be something I ate, some show, some hate. I thought about all my triggers that I thought, y'all hear the key word, thought I healed from. But when they resurface, I'm out here acting a fool. No, Lord, I find myself like that DMX kind of fool. Y'all gonna make me act a fool
up in here, up in here.
Now, y'all know I don't have no business doing that, but certain triggers, y'all don't play me like y'all don't have
Oh,
those
honey,
triggers.
that's any and everybody.
As much as I'm on this change for growth, I have to always keep it 100 with y'all. Sometimes I fall short. Whoo, Lord, but the glory of God is good, is what I can tell you.
All the time.
So, Keita, what does the song Cycles mean to you personally? And can you relate to the struggles expressed in the lyrics?
Oh, yes. So I've only heard the song a couple of times, but just listening to the lyrics, yes, I can easily relate to this, and I can see how everyone could relate to it, because we all go through those stages where we feel like we're in a cycle that we can't escape. Like we keep experiencing going through the same thing over and over and over, and even though we may feel like we're working on it or doing some work towards it, then it'll come with a different face, or a different, in a different name or a different face, but at the essence of it, it's still that same thing that you're facing again and again. So yes, I could definitely relate. And then what was the second part of your question?
What does the song Cycles mean to you personally?
Yeah. So personally, it just helps me reflect on just my life, what I've been through, what I'm maybe going through at the moment, or some things that I've been through and finally thought that I was coming out of, and then realized I was in a cycle because I was going through it over again. And I really felt that, when I think about like how my life was in my like 20s during that stage, it's like I kept going through the same thing over and over and over. And then it's like something just happened once, like in my 30s, and somebody told me that was going to happen. I was like, what? Why is the age going to make a difference? But it did.
Because you grow up a little.
Yeah, it's like something hits and you were like, okay, I'm good and grown out here. I need to stop doing this and this. And you kind of start reflecting and kind of see yourself and how you got in that cycle and how you're contributing to the cycle. So, yeah, the song hit home.
Yes, like I was telling y'all before, the song deeply resonates with me because it captures that ongoing battle. It's like you're battling, trying to get out of the cycle. We often are faced with recurring challenges, like you said. I mean, that's just life. There's no way around it. Some of us have graduated. Some of us...
Or thought we had.
So we're still on that path. And I can relate to feelings of frustration and fear that come with those cycles. Especially when it feels like those past struggles keep resurfacing. It makes you almost fear. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it makes you say, I can't get anything right. Because it just keeps resurfacing. The lyrics remind me of times when I faced setbacks and had to confront my pattern of thinking, my behaviors. So that's one thing I can say really stands out for me. And also what I love about the song is that it focuses on empowerment and faith. It ties those two together. I really love that it intertwines those things because it emphasizes that even when we feel trapped, there's still hope for change. I said a word right there.
Yep. Hope is big.
Even when we feel trapped, there is hope for change. So never give up on that hope is what that song was given.
That's what's going to help you break that cycle.
Because the song is in cycles, cycles, cycles. but you can break that cycle if you know that you have hope. Because you always got to keep, I hate to go into this and say, keep hope alive. But you got to remember what Jesse
but that's
they
so
write.
true.
But it's so
It's
true. You
so
have to
true.
keep hope alive. Thank you for that, Reverend Jesse Jackson. He taught us that. So I've had moments where I just feel stuck. Sometimes we get stuck in, let's be transparent, in negativity or doubt. You know, we gonna talk about it. Sometimes we don't like to say we the negative Nancy's, but sometimes we all have been in that space, in that place.
Oh yeah.
But we like to say we haven't. We like to say
no. We've all been in that dark moment where it's hard to kind of see the light, and we're kind of stuck in something, like stuck on that hamster wheel or whatever per se.
But I've experienced breakthrough because guess what I did? I had to do some reflection, some prayer, and even get a little support from my friends and family. That really helps when you're going through cycles. It really does. So again, that song serves as a reminder that we can rise above any struggle. We can break free from cycles and reclaim our joy and our strength.
Yep.
Because baby, those repetitive patterns, I can speak on those all day because it's intriguing how certain behaviors or thought processes, they sneak back into our mental. And
especially if that's what you're used to.
Yes. Even after, like we talked about how we thought we've moved on. But let me put it like this with some of y'all, because some of y'all probably not feeling me. You know, like those relationship cycles. We're going to talk about it. How you thought you got rid of Tyrone, but every now and then his picture pops up on Facebook. Or that message, what you doing, big head? You thought you got rid of Tanya, but Tanya pops up on your Facebook feed in that little bodycon dress.
Talking about you remember when.
What you said you remember when. And you hear what I'm saying, cycles. Y'all need to go listen to that Jonathan McReynolds. And every time those what you doing texts come in, you need to be saying, cycles, cycles.
No, you need to be singing that. What's that Big Sean song? I don't, if with you. I'm sorry, I'm switching the episode. My bad. Let me take it back.
You might be right about that. Look, you might be right, Keita. But no, these are just jokes, y'all. But y'all, it is intriguing. Like, we notice ourselves reacting the same way. And let's think about it. In stressful situations, you find yourself doing those same patterns. Oh, now this what stressed you out 2 and 3 years ago. Because that same scenario has come back. Now you stressed out again. Facts. Why is that a trigger that is stressing you out?
Facts. Yes.
You have to realize that you can break free from that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, today, tomorrow, 30 minutes from now. It does take time. So I'm not criticizing anybody. Because like I told you, I have my own stuff that keep resurfacing. And I have to remind myself, ooh, you can't act like that. I told y'all I was out here acting like DMX. They're going to make me act a fool. So I'm not excluded. But I am here to shed some light on it and to help. So, Keita, are there any figures in your life or in the public eye who inspire your journey to overcome cycles?
Yes, quite a few. One that really kind of stands out to me would be your mentor. Okay. Candy.
Oh, yes. That's my BFF. You my BFF, but she my BFF.
I know. Don't worry. You tell me all the time.
She told you that when you saw her, didn't she? That's my BFF. Yeah. See, y'all think I'm playing Candy. It's really my BFF.
No, just because how, just over the years, you can watch her, how she's been put in one box of hole and she broke out of that to do something else. And she broke out of that to do something else. So she's always coming out of the box doing something different. She's not letting somebody keep her like in a cycle. Even sometimes like on the the show The Housewives, when she was on it, like they were always trying to keep her in certain stuff, and then she was like, no, and then she do branch off and go do something else that was totally different. So that would be one. Another one, oh my goodness, I just went blank of who another person was. That always made me think about how they're always switching stuff up and growing and changing. I love me some Mary J, y'all. especially her since this last, going through this divorce or whatever, just how she's been able, and just through her career, how she's been able to kind of break cycles in her life. When she's talked about in her past of how she's felt and how it's changed her mind, how she's changed her life and embraced herself and finally sees herself as beautiful and loving herself. So I think she's also a good example. What about you?
You just knew I was going to say Candy, didn't you? But I didn't.
Okay, who'd you say?
You're going to be shocked. But my one figure who truly inspires me in my journey for overcoming cycle is the First Lady, or former First Lady, Michelle Obama, baby.
Oh, yeah, no, I've read her book. Now, that would be a good one, too. Yeah, I agree.
Because that's the First Lady. My hat goes off.
She
faced a lot of criticism,
yes.
disrespect, yet she carried herself with such grace and confidence. Now, I don't know if I could have did all that.
She kept it high. She went high, y'all.
Because her resilience in the face of negativity and adversity is remarkable. And her famous quote, "When they go low, we go high," resonates deeply with me because it reminds me to rise above the challenges and not succumb to negativity. And because you brought up Candy, I want to bring her over here into this because she has a song that says, "I rise above the haters," when she was getting all that hate too.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know how to rise above. So I do admire those ladies for that.
Oh, I got one more for you then. That also made me think about Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
Just with all she's been through, and especially because everybody pretty much knows her story, what she's been through and everything. And then knowing that, part of her life was down here. So she's been like where we are and some of the things that we've been through and to get to where she is and all the things she's overcome. I think that's another person that's been through lots of cycles and broke through.
That's why I was talking about Michelle, because while I strive to embody that same grace, like I told you, I have to admit, I sometimes struggle. I don't even know if I can say I halfway compared to, because baby, the way I act and all that negativity that comes my way, girl, that little cute comes out of me, that ratchet behavior sometimes, and I'm not proud of it. I talk about it all the time because I'm really getting better. So
you are.
When I just can't say that I can stand on that same platform with her, but dang near, I'm telling y'all, I'm running, and I'm running to get there. Because, baby, that's the legacy that I want that to be part of my legacy, to be honest with you. I want to be on one of those platforms where people can look and say, she's a graceful lady.
Yeah, that's part of the main thing is that you're striving and trying to, you're not giving up, you're not getting in, you're giving in, you keep pushing forward. That's 80% of it.
Yes. And I just hope I can make it to where that circle is, like the graph is complete all the way filled in with 100% saying she made it, she achieved it. I know I'm going to get there without a doubt in my mind. And I can't wait to tell y'all how fully I can just say, just dust it off my shoulders and go on about it. Like, could nothing really bring me down? I want to fully experience that, if that makes sense. I can't wait to that. So what mindset shifts do you think are necessary to break free from cycles of negativity and doubt?
Most importantly, you have to have what's called a growth mindset. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. Growth mindset. So a growth mindset really focuses on trying, like what we said, you have that hope and you're trying to do better. You're not just accepting things the way they are and be like, this is how it was for my mama, this is how it was for my grandmama, this is how it was for my great grandmama, so I'm gonna be like that too. No, you know that even though they may have had their struggles or they may have their situations, some of them may have got out, some of them may have stayed in, but still that there is hope. And what is that song? What, 99 and a half won't do, keep, what is that? Anyway, it's some song used to be in the church and something about 99 and a half won't do because you're pushing for 100. Lord, I'm trying to make 100 because 99 and a half won't do. But anyway, whatever.
Must be one of them AME churches, but okay, keep going.
I don't know because I wasn't AME. But anyway.
Old, but I don't know.
It is old. That's why I don't know the words. But anyway, the thing is to have that growth mindset, to keep wanting to grow and push yourself to go further, to get out of the situation, to change, because life is all about changing. And that's the one thing about a cycle. In order to get out of it, you have to want to change, and you have to put in the work to change to get out of it.
Right, you do. Like you said, and my thing is just focusing on what you can control rather than what we lack, what we can't do anything with. You just have to focus on where you are. Because I think that's a valuable thing.
Yes, and be honest with yourself about where you are.
And you know what? I also think it's your surroundings, who you're surrounding yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself with uplifting people? Because if you're stuck in a negative, like you said, I can't do because my mama them don't, and if mama them is telling you we can't do because nobody knows how to break the cycle, guess what? This cycle is just going to be repeating itself, and that cycle to us is known as what? Generational curses.
I was just getting ready to say that. Took the words out my mouth.
Going to be known as generational curses. So somebody has to figure out how to deal with the cycles and to reinforce determination. That's a powerful thing right there, when you can reinforce determination in your situation. Because guess what that is going to do? That's going to shift you. And it's going to shift not only you personally, but your mindset. And that is required if you want to live a more positive and productive life.
And also, if you have children or kids under you, or nieces and nephews or whatever, that's the same impact on them. If they see you get out and make it and push through despite of what the circumstances or what happened in the past, then that gives them the motivation to want to break free and not be in that as well. So it's not only bringing yourself out, but you're bringing out the generations that's coming behind you to do the same thing and go even further.
My. Because guess what? McReynolds mentions the devil wants to extend the game and make a sequel. It's so true. Sometimes the challenges we keep seeing, they just keep coming. And it's almost like a never-ending show, a never-ending series. It's at those moments that it seems like the devil is always trying to get us to replay those struggles. Like he's saying, here I go, what you gonna do? Instead of letting us move forward. Because, child, the devil be on one, don't it, Sister Cat?
Well, yeah, but also sometimes, I'm just gonna say it here, sometimes it's not the devil. Yes. Sometimes it's stuff within us, that fear that's within us of not knowing what is to come or what could come out of it. And so sometimes, I forgot this saying, like you stay in what's familiar just because you know it versus because you're too scared or fearful or what's on that other side, or you don't know what to expect or what's next. So sometimes it's not, we can't blame it on the devil. Sometimes it's us because we're just, holding on to that fear, or sometimes because we're holding on to that attention that we get from the pity party or what's going on or being stuck because everybody's looking at you and everybody's giving you handouts and giving you that attention. If that's the only way you get the attention, you're going to stay in it.
Yep, but just like in basketball, there comes a moment when that final buzzer sounds. And guess what? That's marking the end of the game.
Right.
So are you going to let that game in? Or is this the moment? Because that's the moment of reckoning where we confront our performance face to face. What was the choice? Either you're going to remain trapped in that same cycle or struggle, or you going to seize the opportunity to break free and step into a new chapter of your growth.
That's
what
right.
you going to do, listener land, what you going to do.
That's a choice to make choices. Everybody got choices.
Yes, we all have choices. Now, have you ever experienced a pivotal moment in your life where you had to choose between staying in a familiar struggle or embracing change?
Oh, yes. When I say multiple times, there's been multiple times. So I got two that I'm going to use just for an example. One was at my former job. For those of you who don't know, I'm in education. So it was at one of my former schools that I was at. And I loved it when I was there. I had been there for about, 8 years, I think. And just that final year, it just and it's happened twice in my career with education, where I could just tell the shift in things, and I was like, I could stay in it just because I'm familiar with the building. I know the kids, know the population, know the families, but I know where it was taking me, and it started taking me to a dark place because I started losing that hope. Like, oh my goodness, is it always gonna be like this? Am I always gonna have to deal with this? And it was just, and I'm always gonna have to deal with, with certain people or certain situations that kept coming up, and it was just draining me. And it's to the point where I was like in the car crying every day, didn't want to go in, like checking how many sick days do I got and all this and that. So it was bad. So I had to decide, like, even though I don't know what's coming ahead, I was like, I've got to get out of this cycle before it takes me out.
Right.
So that was one. And then as far as in the work
Can I
field.
say something right there? But at least you wised up to know how to deal with that cycle.
That was key, because also, like I said, because education, and if you know educator, you know how hard it can be, because some don't, and it literally takes them out. It causes them to start using substances and get addicted, and then that starts a whole nother cycle of a whole nother stuff, and it could get real bad.
Cycles can have a negative effect. They can take you may have one cycle, but then that cycle can take its rear, when we talk about rearness, and look,
then it turned into a whole tornado on you.
With my hands, like you said,
it's a whole storm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm building a cyclone here. Like, look.
Yep. And then another one was just me and my personal life, because I'm married, I have children, and I have a career. But it was one part of where I just kind of lost me, because I was just in that cycle of go to work, come home, go to school, because I was also working on my degree at the time. Then I've got to be a wife, and I was just doing that, and I was like, oh my goodness. It was just day in and day out, and I was like, I just lost myself. I didn't know who I was, didn't recognize myself. I was like, I just was lost. And so I had to really kind of almost to the verge of almost a breakdown to realize, wait a minute, I need to wheel it back, because I'm pouring out into all these people at church every Sunday doing all this, and it was just no time really for me to rest and renew myself. I was just going, and I just depleted myself. So I had to realize that I needed to get out of that cycle to really get to me and take care of me, because I was like, and I know so many other moms like this, and this is what prompted me to write my book, I Can and I Will, The Reflective Journal. It's on Amazon. Check it out. But anyway, that's what caused me to write the book, because I see so many other women going through the same thing, or like they're just working and taking care of their kids, working, taking care of their kids, working, taking care of their kids, or in a relationship too. So then they add that to the service, but they're not doing anything for themselves, and they're wearing themselves out. And I was like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm ready to retire, but then I'm too old or too broke down to do anything, because I did not take care of myself. I didn't take time to enjoy life and go go on a few trips, or go, even if you don't have the money to do trips, do some free staycation stuff around the house just to enjoy life. So just sometimes we just get up in that cycle of just working, grinding. No, we need to enjoy life while we have it, because this can end like that, and you don't want that to happen. Yep. And you didn't really get to experience some of the beauty and the joy in life. So, yeah, those are my two incidences. I can't talk today, dealing with cycles.
For me, I had a work-related situation. And mine stemmed from, everybody knows I've been in healthcare forever, pretty much doing billing in healthcare for different companies. But I say all that to say, one time I applied for a team lead position. I had been in my current role forever, know my job, forward, backwards, around, in my sleep, all of that good stuff. So one day I said, you know what, I'm going to go and apply for team lead. Everybody's always talking about, you've been working all these years, you need to be in leadership, blah, blah, blah. You know you can do it, because you even tell me, why are you not in leadership? You make a good leader, blah, blah, blah. And I said, really not feeling it or whatever. So one day, our team lead was leaving. So I decided, okay, when her position comes, I'm going to apply. Okay. So I did just that. Y'all, gonna tell you, I almost got stuck in a cycle, baby. So I aced my interview, of course, because I know the job, know what they were gonna ask.
Right.
Pretty much been doing the job. But they hired only because I've never been a team lead. Whoop-de-doo. But I mean, I've basically been interim in that when they're always looking for. So basically, I've done the job, but just not officially had the title.
Thanks.
So I say all of that to say, y'all, them good people over here on the job, they had a team lead from a different department. Guess what they gonna tell me? Only because she had previous team lead experience. But y'all check this out. I think they were trying to set me up. Now keep in mind that y'all hear the key word. She had previous team lead experience, but she didn't have the experience in what our department is.
So you probably still had to train her, didn't you?
Kind of, sort of, but not really, because she didn't. I hate to say this, homegirl didn't last long, and I knew it was gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm going with this. Well, this is what I was saying about the setup. So when I didn't get the job, they were gonna try to tell me, well, hey, now keep in mind, that's why I keep saying, keep in mind, you didn't hire me because I don't have team leaders, but you gonna tell me to go apply for her job. I said, they either trying to set me up, or you about to just give me y'all finna do that, just give somebody a job type situation. So y'all know me. I wasn't, Kiana wasn't having it. I'm like, why would I go into take her job when I have no knowledge or no skill set to do her job? Like, I'm a quick learner. Right. Anybody can tell you, if you ever work with me, I'm a quick learner. I can do all of that. But I say that to say, why wouldn't y'all on my team give me the job? Don't know why. I was just told they chose her over me. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like I said, she didn't last long, and I did not take my butt to her position because I knew better. Because she didn't have the skills, and she was stressed out because everything was coming. Like, think about it. Like, I don't have to ask him any questions. I know the job. But at that time, the team was overturning, so new hires was coming. So that's your job to kind of assist with them. Because you can't be bogging me down all day. No, you got the job. You need to start figuring some of this out. Yeah. So moral of the story, that not only happened at that job, it happened at another job. So I kept saying, well, what's wrong with me? Because every company, they want me to do the cleanup, train people, but I'm not good enough. So it had me in a cycle of feeling like I was not good enough. Baby, when I say, so let me tell you what old Q did. So Kiana said to herself one day, you need to find some things that you're good at. And guess what I did? I figured out some things that I was good at. I said, okay. One journey, I wrote a book, The Ultimate Betrayal. Second thing I did, I said, I want a boutique. I mastered how to do a boutique. Then I decided I want to do this podcast. So what I'm doing is building steps for me. So when I know my time is up over here in healthcare, I've already laid some foundations on things that I'm good at. So I'm no longer bound by what you're telling me. So if my work was to end tomorrow, I'm not in a cycle of bondage because of what you think I'm capable of doing. I can do a whole lot of stuff. So that leads me to say, it started making me tell them no more. No, I cannot work overtime for you. And it's funny because ironically, thanks to my good friend Tanya, she sent me to do a couple TV runs for Create the Culture. And some of my team members saw that. And they were like, on a team meeting, they were like, oh my goodness, we didn't know you do. And so they were being nosy over on social media. Now they know I do a podcast. And they like, oh, so when you leaving us, we see you work at a radio station. You do this, you do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm not leaving. I'm not going to give them too much. But you get what I'm saying? Right. It's like,
on a need-to-know basis.
I'm worthy of more than what y'all thought. I can do a whole lot.
Yeah, and so many people get caught, especially since we're talking about work, those cycles at work where they get stuck in that position and keep doing it. And just because it's comfortable and familiar and they're used to it, they sometimes don't want to break out of it to either move or see about moving up, or when it's recognizing when it's time to move on.
And I know I've probably said this before, but that's where I am. But I don't feel like it's a cycle. I feel it. But I'm saying, because I don't really feel like it's a cycle for me anymore. When I say that, I'm saying that to say, when you said I'm just stuck in a job, now because I know that this is just helping me to fund something else. Like I don't really, I look at it now that I'm not in a cycle. thank you. I'm congratulating them for helping me to do some other stuff that I need to do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not looking at like my mindset for that. Because like I said, I was feeling like I wasn't enough until I started figuring out how to do other stuff. So then to do other stuff, it's taking I need some of their funding to go over here and do it. Like I feel like I'm working just to get a little funding to go do whatever else I want to do. Whether that's travel, whatever. So I no longer feel like I'm in bondage. Because like I said,
that's a good way to look at it.
But that's something I came to terms because I don't want to move up anymore. And the crazy part is when we do my one-on-ones, they were like, you need to be in and why? Because let me just say this. Anytime you're working in corporate America, you know that typically you change managers quite often. Your leadership team changes. Right. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people come in and they like, so you've been doing the same thing for, actually this month I've been doing this for, I think it's 17 or 18 years, and they just recognized me.
I can't even anniversary.
Yes, I've been doing it for a long, and actually was on a team meeting yesterday, and they was like, so what keeps you here? And I just laughed, and I just said, and I really, and then I said, no, y'all, I'm grateful to be here. I just had to keep it cute because I really am grateful because obviously I look at it like this. Maybe God wants me here. If he hasn't removed me yet and it's nothing of my own being, I just discovered some new avenues. And like I said, I just use that funding sometime to do what I need to do. Now, the boutique is pretty much kind of running to where it needs to. Mm-hmm. It's some of these new ventures that I have going on takes a little, But that's a whole nother subject for another day because I keep starting stuff and Keita's going to fire herself from me in a minute because I keep adding to the plate. It's not enough days in a week, baby. Right.
But no, I agree because that's one reason why I don't want to be admin because they keep saying, why don't you go be admin? Why don't you go be admin? I don't want to because I know that's going to get me stuck in a cycle, and that's what I don't want to do because I want some freedom and flexibility. I'm trying to get where I can retire soon so I can go do some more like the stuff that we're doing full time and really be in that.
Yeah, so we got some game plans over here.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming for y'all listening land.
We just
give us a little more time, a little more.
Guess what God is saying? He said, let them cook. Let them cook. God is saying, let them. Okay, let me say, because baby,
What up, Glow?
That's what I'm gonna say. Glow, you gotta come on over here to this podcast. Check your DMs, Glorilla. Tell Glorilla to check her DMs and check that. Never mind. I'm not gonna give y'all my information. But anyway, because I'm telling y'all too much. But yeah, Glow, we can't wait to meet you.
Got a TP party.
Oh, what you said?
Taylor Port.
What you say? Look, give me say I ain't never had Taylor Port.
Oh, girl, I love you know what? Our subject. I'm sorry.
Hey, then we talked about cycles and religion, and we over talking about Taylor Port. But that's what Glow will do to you. Glow will have you in church, and then Glow will have you in the streets. But no, seriously, we can't wait to meet you, Glow. Oh.
It's coming.
Yes. Okay, let us get back on track.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, Glow, y'all, Glorilla. Look, I'm getting excited, getting all off track. Was we supposed to spill it soon? Okay, probably not.
Don't worry, it's coming. Y'all will see it when you see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, that's another lyric. Baby, let me tell you, as I was sitting there, sitting at this, what was I, at the Grand Ole Opry? Mm-hmm. Yes, at the Grand Ole Opry. Girl, this lyric, ain't been a chokehold. Y'all, I'm chokeholding myself. The devil learns from our mistakes. Woo, baby, did y'all hear what Jonathan McReynolds said? The devil learns from our mistakes. But he adds another part. Y'all ready for this? All right. I'm finna drop the bomb. The devil learns from our mistakes even when we don't.
Oh.
Woo, baby, I told you I was finna drop that bomb. Do y'all need me to say that again? The devil learns from our mistakes even when we don't. This is how he keeps us in cycles. Woo, baby.
That is a lyric,
gave you chills, didn't it?
Yeah.
And Jonathan McReynolds, holler at your girl if you need me to sing background vocals.
Sorry.
Oh, did you laugh? Girl,
you caught me off guard with that. I thought you were going to say something totally different. I'm
going to shoot my shot every chance I get.
Shoot your shot.
Y'all reach out to Jonathan McReynolds and say, here, we talked about cycles, and then he need to come on over. He can come on over here and sit on the I Am Counter Scales podcast. We can talk. We can do a cycle spot too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while we on this topic, Let's talk about people who come around us because they're attracted to our light.
Ooh,
But
wow.
their intentions are to dim it.
Mm.
The devil is crafty. Woo. See, when I was listening to those lyrics, and as I was thinking about this episode, you know how sometimes you have a mind shift and a change of where you want to go, but something was speaking to me when that talk on the devil, and I got to thinking, the devil is crafty. Some was saying, Kiana, girl, that devil is crafty. He'll send those in your tribe to steal your vibe. Baby, I've been dropping all kind of gems today. Y'all gonna have to replay this episode because we gave y'all some good gems. The devil is crafty. He'll send those in your tribe, your good homegirl that you thought was your good Judy, your good, hey, kick it partner, to steal your vibe. Because guess what? Not everyone who enters our lives has our best interests at heart. But you know what? Your mamas, grandmamas, aunties, uncles, brothers, all of them have already told you that.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
Some may feel threatened by the positivity and try to bring us down. But often, guess what? We don't even realize it because we still looking at them like, no, that's my homegirl. She wouldn't do that. Baby, yes, she will. That's why you have to protect your light. But y'all not hearing me. You got to protect your light and be selective about who you let into your space and ensuring that you surround yourself with genuine people that uplift you and support you.
That's right. That's why they always say pray for discernment, because that will definitely let you know. Or if you do that prayer, like, remove the people who not supposed to be around me, you'll be surprised who God removes. So
is that how you have learned to identify and protect yourself from those who may not have your best interest in heart?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, no, I had a spirit of discernment, honey. So I use that too. I can tell when somebody ain't right. Especially, I can do it when I first know if somebody I've been knowing for a while, just to know, like, what kind of distance to kind of keep between myself and them and whatnot. Because, like you said, some people come because they see the light in you. So because you have a light, a lot of people are attracted to you, because of your light and what you give out. Some, because they want it, because they may not have it themselves or recognize their own light that's within themselves, but they want what you got or what's in you. And or sometimes they just like, I don't want to say it like that, but using your light or using like what your light gets for you, and they want to be attached to that too. What is that, like a leech? And being attracted to that kind of stuff. So yeah, you have to really be mindful and careful. It reminds me of that other song. What is it, the old James, them backstabbers? It's so many songs. Friend or foe. Oh, my favorite. A-Ball MJG.
A-Ball MJG. When y'all coming over here, A-Ball MJG, look, I'm calling everybody out.
We'll come to y'all. I'll come to Memphis for that. But anyway, sorry, I took it there.
901, what's up? Y'all want I Am Counting Scales to come to the 901? We're there.
But no, it's so many songs or movies or shows that all deal with that whole concept of people trying to, steal your light or take your joy, for either for their own purpose or because of their own personal struggles. But most of the time, it really don't have anything to do with you. It's about what's going on in the mind or heart of that person. So, yeah, it's crazy. You have to keep yourself in tune and in line.
You do. Like I said, that spirit of discernment is crucial.
Yes.
Because people will come around you, like you said, to dim your light. And then come off as being supportive. Yeah, I want to be a part of this. I want to help you. And then as soon as they feel like they're not getting enough shine or something, girl, they'll let you know if they wasn't really here for you. And that's the crazy part, because you're looking at it like, what? Like, I would have never thought that person would have been like that. But yeah, some people want to come around you like Keita was saying, to steal your shine. So use that spirit of discernment. And let me use it like you. Now, some people have tricked me, and it's got past my. I don't know how some stuff done got past my little spider senses, but usually not too many people, because, like you said, I call BS when I call BS.
Right.
So yeah. So I like to also tell people that I talk to God a lot, and I ask God to cover and protect me from people who are being strategic or like what we call in this new age playing in my face. I ask him to cover me from all of that. And I'm intentional. Well, I'm being intentional with them. Because I don't need you around me. Because guess what's going to happen? I know what it's going to do to me. It's going to bring up them old, we're going back to them cycles. And I don't want to be that chick. So I ask God, please let me keep using the spirit of discernment, and God cover and protect me from those individuals that are being strategic when I'm trying to be intentional about bringing them into my space. So, if you had a choice to choose a song representing your approach to breaking a cycle, what song would you pick and why?
Okay. I'll just do it based on my experience. Some songs that have gotten me through. One will be Donald Lawrence, Encourage Yourself.
Encourage us. Oh, I got the church clap today. You sound off beat. Okay, got it.
That will be one, because whenever I was going through, I would put that on, and just me encouraging myself would kind of help me break. And it's another song that I can't really think of the name of, but I can think of it, like what it meant, because it was about breaking the ceiling and going through. It was it must have been some kind of praise and worship song, and that helped me when I'm dealing with cycles. But then also that old school Mary J. Blige. I can't even pinpoint just one song. It's like that whole My Life, MJB, those two CDs. Because whenever I would put that in, one, it'll take me to another place, and it'll help me just redirect myself, and just Mary got me through. Got me through the 90s and the 2000s.
I know she sure got me. That was my breakup era.
Right. So yeah, let's listen to that. I mean, even though it's not like a spiritual church song, but well, her song Everything to me is a spiritual song. It may not be, but that really would always help me feel better and help me kind of reimagine and rethink things so I can get through. So
mine is that Leandria Johnson, baby. Leandria Johnson, come on over here and sit. I'm just calling everybody out. Come on over here and sit at the I Am Counter Skills podcast. But mine is Jesus by Leandria Johnson.
Okay.
Look at my... Oh, God should have made me a singer, because I be ready to sing, and I know that's not what y'all want. Look at myself in the mirror. Religion looking back at me. You know that's your song when you... I threw my hands in the air, and the law arrested me. Girl interrupted. I needed a breakout and get freedom. One bad decision after the next. Talking about cycles, baby. One bad decision after the next. Just getting by. Letting you figure me out. Curses unbroken. There goes those generational curses. Still holding me down. Bondage. I wasn't even thinking I was good enough. Now you see why they talk to me? Y'all see them cycles I was talking about? For God's best. But I'm in my closet. Yes, I'm in my closet, baby. That's my song, time after time. See, those lyrics for me, woo, Leandria, baby. And when you came to Mount Zion Baptist Church, that's my church. Shout out, Bishop Walker. You can come over here and sit on the I Am Counter Skills podcast too. But baby, when I tell you, woo, when she came and tore that church up, and had me
she's
just,
a singer,
oh yes, baby.
She can sing.
Yeah, it's on YouTube too. Go Google her live performance at Mount Zion, baby. It's gonna have you run around your house, because every now and then, baby, I put that on. I could be in my office, and I know Patrick and Trey be like, "What is she in there doing, baby?" You just hear me just in deep worship. But those lyrics, they remind me that we all have bondage.
Oh, that reminds me of that other song, what, Break Every Chain? That's another good one too.
But just to break free, it just reminds me that it's still stuff I need to break free from. And that it's okay. It's powerful to reflect on how I let my past mistakes and my fears hold me back. But like I said, most of them, I have a different outlook, so they don't get me. But that song, that's how I knew I was resonating with what she was saying, because I was like, ooh, I feel you, girl, because I've been in those spaces in my life. Ooh, she took me there. But y'all know what? You have to remember that breaking free starts with you being honest, like Keita said, with yourself where you are. When you look in the mirror, do you see struggles or do you see your strength?
Come on,
I told you I'm
that's
I told y'all I'm dropping gems. So go tell your homegirls, them, baby, y'all need to grow up. Come on over here to the I Am Counter Scales podcast. We helping you grow your life. Yeah, we still do a little jam. You see, we talked about Taylor Port, so we still the homegirls from next door.
Right.
But we still want to be sister and them from the church. Give you a little tell them to come on over here. But no, I'm serious. That was a good little gem.
That was.
When you look in the mirror, do you see struggle or do you see strength? Ooh, baby. Because guess what? God has so much more in store for you. And it's okay to reach out for that freedom. Because that's what God wants you to. He wants you to reach out. He wants you to let him lead you to freedom.
That is the goal, for freedom.
But being in your closet isn't just about prayer. It's a space for transformation to take place. You should embrace that moment and just let go of what's holding you back and boldly step into the life that you deserve.
Right.
Because, baby, it's nothing like the life that God has for you, because you're worthy of every blessing. Because guess what? For every mountain he brought me over.
Girl, don't start it.
Woo, baby. Who you seen me through for every trial. Baby, y'all just don't know. We all have been there.
Yes.
Woo. And all I can keep saying is, for every mountain. Woo. Y'all about to bring me some singers in here so they can just sing. Because I would play music, but I think we get...
yeah, you'll get dinged for that.
Get dinged for music, whatever the right word is. We don't know right now.
But copyright.
Because I be wanting to sing for y'all, and I think I can sing, but Keita don't think so. So
I ain't said a word.
You don't have to. Your face says it all.
You just keep throwing me out because I don't know it's coming.
I don't be knowing it's coming. I be telling y'all when stuff hit me. Y'all be thinking, okay, let me just tell y'all. When stuff come to me, I just let it out, let it flow. And it's not.
Yeah, I've learned that now.
You have to be in the flow, in the spirit, in the moment. Like last week when talking to Nicole, I kept hearing movement in my right ear. Like, people don't understand. I really get these things that be, because she kept talking about being in position and moving, that God kept telling her to move, and she kept referencing movement. And last week, and if you haven't checked that episode,
please do. It's a powerful episode.
It's Dream Chaser series with Nicole Dansby. And like I tell y'all, I sit right here. This is not a facade over here. Whatever comes to me. Now, we joke a lot, but when stuff comes to me, it comes. Well, Keita, do you have any takeaways? Because we're going to wrap this right on up.
My only takeaway will be, if you realize, one, be honest with yourself. If you realize you're caught up in a cycle, come up with a plan. What are you going to do to kind of get yourself out?
Oh, that's a good one.
I need you to, pray about it, reflect, and then come up with an action plan, or what are some practical steps you can do to kind of get yourself out of it, to move yourself forward. Because we're not trying to stay stuck. We're moving upward and onward.
Yes. Real talk. Just like Jonathan McReynolds declares, we can choose to break these cycles. With God's strength fueling us, we can refuse to let our past dictate our future. There is immense power in the name of Jesus. A power that can shatter generational patterns, financial struggles, and emotional pain. So as you move forward, remember that you are different. You're a different fighter now, because God has called you to break those cycles. Lean into your faith, embrace your worth, and reclaim your joy. Let this be your declaration that I'm not going in cycles. Let me hear somebody say, I'm not going in cycles.
I'm not going in cycles.
Together as we embark on our journeys, just remember to break free, that it's okay to break free and rewrite our stories. Thank you for joining me on the I Am Counter Skills podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let's continue to uplift one another on this journey of breaking cycles. And until next time, stay blessed and keep pushing forward.
Hey ladies, ready to elevate your style game? From timeless classics to the hottest trends, we've got something for everyone. Visit theclosetexperience.com and save 10% today with code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Be sure to use code PODCAST, PODCAST, and save that 10%. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet?